On today's video, I attempt Chow House Easy Air Fryer Crispy Pork Belly in my very own air fryer. The question here today is, can I do a better job than Chow House? Chow House is a YouTube channel with roughly 2.9k subscribers. I wanted to replicate this video because I wanted to try this in my very own air fryer. I've already made a really crucial mistake. I brought my pork belly with bone in and they brought with boneless. One of the problems that I think that we're going to run into is that we're using a different air fryer for a start, so I have no idea if this is going to work or not. This is how you make the rub for this video. 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice, half a teaspoon of white pepper powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder. Make sure to mix ingredients well. Next, I'm going to measure my pork belly against my air fryer tray so I can cut it to the correct size. Just a quick trim off the end of my pork belly. Make sure to cut 3 to 4 even slits on the back of the meat, avoiding cutting into the skin. Sprinkle the seasoning onto the back of the meat. Make sure to cover the sides but avoid getting onto the skin. Now we are going to surround the meat with some aluminum foil. That should keep the meat nice and juicy. Make sure to lay a piece of aluminum foil bigger than the pork belly itself. We are going to fold the sides of the aluminum foil to about the height of the pork skin. Make sure to fold the corners to keep it together. Next, place the pork belly into your air fryer, close the lid and turn it on. If your air fryer has a temperature setting, set it to 120 degrees for 1 hour. Air fryers have a strong spiral heating element directly over your food, and they also have a strong convection fan blowing and circulating that air on top and around your food. This is what dehydrates the skin on top of the pork belly, a bit like using our hairdryer drying our own hair. Next, you're going to want to sprinkle some baking soda on top, then rub it in with your hands. Personally, before the next step, I like to clean it off. Next, you're going to want to poke a bunch of small holes on top of the skin using a skewer. Make sure that you don't go down to the flesh. Set your air fryer to 200 degrees Celsius for 30 to 50 minutes. That'll ensure that the meat is cooked and that the skin is crispy on top. One of the other challenges I've just come across is that because I've got a different air fryer, I'm having trouble making the crackling on top of the pork belly. After 30 to 50 minutes, the pork should be fully cooked. I left my pork belly in a bit longer because I was having trouble crisping that skin up. Once you take the pork belly out, you want a resting temperature of about 63 degrees Celsius. The good news is that the skin on my pork belly appears to be nice and hard. The only other challenge that I see having here is that I have bone in and they have boneless, so that could be difficult cutting up. Next, onto the cutting up of my pork belly. As you can see, I'm having considerable difficulty cutting up my pork belly due to the bones in there. As I suspected, this is a problem. It would have been half decent and it had not been for that. The lesson that I have learned here is that you should probably use the right type of air fryer to do your pork belly in. Unfortunately, my air fryer didn't have temperature control. I successfully cooked my pork belly. Yes, it was slightly overcooked, but I got the crispy on the top. Lesson is, get boneless next time and get a better air fryer. I'd say that Chow House takes the cake with this one. They've definitely done a better job than me, so congratulations to Chow House. Let me know in the comments below if you like pork belly too. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, consider subscribing to my channel. If you enjoy my content, make sure to put notifications on so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And if you could check out this video over here of me doing barbecue chicken wings, that would just make you really awesome. Thank you for your support and see you in the next video.